And now let's do this. Okay, so scrim here between Brackets and Foster Dr. Donald Bank team. I can't remember the name of. I don't have frag monitors, so I don't have guaranteed awesome camera work, so I'll probably just fly around in first person here. We have Gully mid coming up here. Both demos opting to go choke. Looks like demo from Brackets getting huge presence down onto the red combo. He's right at the edge of the platform spamming down, so not much pressure applied from the scouts onto him. Lets him just do so much damage there that that should sweep them the mid. Foster is playing medic. Huh. Maybe that's a pug. Because that doesn't make sense. Why would Foster be medic? He's like a scout. Anyways, he does stay up, so they're going to get this Uber, but I think 2 is going to go to Brackets before they're able to come back out. Like, this cap time is pretty slow here, but I mean, the Uber still not up. Even if they Ubered out right now, it wouldn't go well. And they're going to go for it, but I mean, the cap's already gone. And they're not able to find any frags on their Uber. Romer jumps in. He's actually just going to die as a result of that. Does manage to trade with the scout. Red playing extremely aggressive back onto this point. They get a few picks, but I don't think this matters. Well, Brackets can just back up and then spam their way back in. I didn't see how Foster went down there. That's Maniac's pistol taking him out, and he goes for last! But he can't quite finish the cap with the demo man and skill moving back for him. So big play from Maniac there. Probably Red could have taken back that their 2, but I feel like they played way too risky by going out to engage that fight once the cap was already so far gone. Okay, so they're gonna switch medics. Dr. Pizza Man, who I don't know if that's an alias or if that's actually who Dr. Pizza Man is switching onto medic. Foster, I assume, is gonna take scout once the slot's open, but he's pyro for now. And we have an Uber advantage. Gun attempting to go up on last here, but just starting now, and the Uber charge coming in on scout. The Red kiting back into spawn. Maniac coming in late to try to clean up, but the Uber not too effective. They didn't manage to kill anything. Instead, they were actually losing the first 2 players. So Brackets fail scout Uber. I think they were a bit too slow following in, or maybe they just didn't manage to hit any shots with their Uber scout. Now Quest backing up here with his demo man Hooli as they attempt to make a hold on 2, but I mean, this is just a token spamming basically. They're not going to commit to this, and they're already backing up through the choke so that they can meet up with their spawns. The Uber advantage swings onto the side of Red, so we have Brackets holding back their side of mid. This is the intelligent play in this situation. You just want to spam them a lot on choke, try to force the pop, and they manage to force the pop. They have to give up their roamer for it, but that's okay. And now they just back up and they try to seesaw this back, and they actually maybe can get to mid. No, they're not gonna get there before the cap goes, but they can just push back on this right now using their Uber. And given that they saw the demo man so close, I think they should be okay with popping through choke. But a back cap begins. That's the roaming soldier getting behind them and slowing them down a lot. Actually, they managed to take him before he gets the health pack, so that's good for them. But they're losing a lot of time on this seesaw. They had this Uber like 15 seconds ago, and they haven't managed to move it in yet. So now that they're trying to move in without popping those pipes, dangerous, but Quest manages to walk through, and the 2 scouts will get the force though. Soldier's trying to chase some frags. This is a little dangerous here. I think the demo can put out a lot of damage here, and this chasing might be a little misguided. They're taking too much damage. They've gone too far, and that is, I mean, it didn't turn out as badly as it could have. I think both those soldiers should have died. But now we're going to see this seesaw right back. Afro jumping in aggressive on the medic, which was a bad play, by the way. He should have tried to live, and then... Actually, this is like really poorly played from Red right now, because they separated off their flank. Their combo is already over on flank. They should have just ball pushed in to mid. Generally, when you get in these situations where you have like a big advantage and you can, you know, just afford to use your Uber, however, just to get in the doors, then often the best option is just to stay together as a group and ball push. I mean, we have an interesting back cap attempt, which stops mid for now, but it's not going to change anything in the scheme of things. Both scouts are down, so it's not like they can really threaten an effective back cap, and now they have no medic for mid, so their situation has actually worsened from what it would have if they had just backed up off of mid, because now the Uber advantage stays with Dr. Pizza Man, or it would if he hadn't walked into that sticky trap, which must have been right here, blowing his body out to there where his gun fell. So, clutch sticky trap from Hooli, evening it up there. Brackets could opt to push mid off this. I mean, is 6v6, but the buffs are hugely in their favor because Dr. Pizza Man just spawned. Afro's sniping. I don't know where he is. He might have a shot on the medic here. He does, but he misses. Looks like they haven't located him yet, though. He takes a second shot. A third? No, not quite. Doesn't manage to click off the third shot. Calls himself shit. Well, I mean, he did miss a few shots, so it's understandable. Dr. Pizza Man. Oh, they got caught. Oh, he got caught! Is he gonna live? He's living the dream. And Hooli is there to pick up the pieces and make Dr. Pizza Man turn into pieces for getting caught overextended there in yard. You really have to play back on your garage door when you have an uber disadvantage because the threat of the combo just pushing around flank side. I mean, I call it flank side, but oftentimes pushes do come through there as a main route, so perhaps I should just call it big door. Like, the threat of the combo moving that direction is just too big, and that's exactly what happens to you when you get caught out there. He almost lived, but I mean, the chances of living that situation are ridiculously bad. LOL. Okay, so rolling out to mid number 2, Sunny tries to pressure a soldier in the enemy drop down, which makes no sense because you're opting to fight in the worst possible location for you as a scout where you can't dodge whatsoever. So you have Brackets now kind of crumbling. They lost the first couple picks. Taco Time's staying in, but they need to get out. Like, the medic knows it. He's like, get out of here with me. So they back up. The loss of Hooli was really what signified the end of mid, although things started to go badly already once they lost their scout. What team am I on? We're going huge in intermediate, and I'm the medic player for that team. Okay, so Quest stayed up. They should just use their Uber. They should walk forward with this one soldier aggressively and try to force a big split Uber from red. So there you go, soldier just taking the Uber alone. The medic gets caught in a kind of bad situation, and a lot of damage goes out onto red. Like, their health is pretty low here. I didn't see how Maniac died, but I think Blue can clean this up just off their Uber damage, but no, the frag's coming in instead for red, and I think they actually focused the medic there, which is totally the wrong choice. I can't comment on it exactly because I didn't see the perspective of everybody, but all I see is the red medic has died, and the blue medic's still up. That's not the right way to win such a committed fight like that. You have to focus down the frag classes, otherwise they just do so much damage to you that you don't manage to win the fight. But miraculous hold here, barely managing to save the point in time. I think red maybe misplayed that a little by trying to deny the spawn a bit too hard and not just walking on point with more people right away. The bank is in water. I mean, if he steps on it for half a second, it's going to cap, and looks like they're not actually... Oh, no, there's a soldier there. I just didn't see him with my camera clipping through the wall for a second. The bank's going to go down. That's okay, though. That back cap attempt to win the round was worth it, and now, I mean, you can see how slow Brackets is moving out of their last, and actually their medic just spawned, so I'm not sure if he died late on that like second dive in that they did to try to save the point there or what happened, but now it's an Uber advantage for red. I wish I knew their team names so I could like say these things, but yeah, they have Uber advantage. They can either opt for a scout Uber here, soldier Uber, demo soldier Uber, something like that. Just as long as they get their people to the door, they have to kill the heavy or kill enough other people if the heavy's hiding. The Uber comes in top right, focus goes down on the heavy immediately, lots of damage coming down, there goes the heavy. Afro dies, but the position from Blues gets totally compromised by that Uber. They backed into spawn, they couldn't get back out again before the point went down, so good push. That's your typical textbook Uber advantage push into gully last. Just kill something, force them back into spawn, and then cap. Or if they don't go back into spawn, you run into their face and keep killing them. Alright, so Clan takes a bunch of damage from stickies, but he's up there with pretty good health, and oh my goodness, a catastrophe for Brackets on that mid. They all balled up on their side. They couldn't get the forward momentum they needed, and they were taking the same splash damage. from the same sticky would hit like 3 people. So that's why you saw everybody just die in a little clump there as rocket and stickies rained in and did damage to everybody. Already posturing forward towards taking the last. They already have a lobby here. And this is a round roll essentially. Foster dies somewhere. They need to cap 2 though. Their scout was just spawning, so this is actually critical miscommunication off of red here. There's no point in taking lobby if they didn't have a scout right behind them to cap, and now they're losing critical time. They're still going to have enough of an Uber advantage for them to probably just roll through and take this last, but it's getting more risky because now, I mean, if they had done that properly, there wouldn't have even been buffs on blue for them to deal with, but now there's a buffed heavy. Clan has to use 2 rockets jumping forward and actually manages to like miss somehow and not get the point, so not an optimal Uber. They should have either taken somebody else in or just had Clan like walk it up. I mean, jumping at a heavy is great, but you can do much more consistent damage by just walking forward and firing rockets, because it's not like you're going to miss at mid-range. So a fail push, and now I would expect Brackets to just take 2 back here without even having to use their Uber for it. Clan shows himself at choke there. Afro meanwhile rips a headshot off onto Sunny, which is going to help them, but I think this push is just going to come to mid. I mean, having a sniper is effectively like being 1 fragging class down, and if Brackets moves fast enough, they're going to have their Uber. Dr. Pizza Man in a really dangerous position here. If Brackets had pushed immediately on this advantage, then they would have killed the medic for sure with where he was standing, but looks like they lost track of Ubers, so they weren't able to go in. Just to turn to my stream chat for a minute, I should play a pug. Maybe I'll play one later, but I didn't really feel like doing the new maps pug. And UGC is not comparable to ESEA, really. Basically, the way skills are divided in ESEA, open is the lowest level. It goes open IM, invite. I'm playing in IM this season. I have played invite in the past, back in season 6 and 7. Yeah, I'm playing IM now, and UGC is easier than open, basically. So if UGC had another 3 divisions on top of its current top division, invite would be the top of that. Yeah, I think what they have like steel and platinum, and open is like almost every team in open would be better than every team in platinum, I'm pretty sure. Or the majority of teams in open should be better than teams in platinum. I mean, there's some overlap there, but open's a much tougher league, and it's not comparable to IM or invite. So jumping back into this scrimcast, with Foster making nice play to drop the medic, I think this is still going to be just Blues mid unless some miraculous fragging can come in. Banks still dancing around. Takuta manages to find him with a rocket finally. They need to finish this cap though. The spawns are coming back in from red, and they have their medic up but no buffs, so the medic spawned a bit after. There's a reason TF2 doesn't have main yet. The main reason for that, wow, pun unintentional. Reason for that is that there's not enough teams, basically, to justify it. Yeah, this is an open team. I think this is one of the better open teams, is Brackets, and they're playing, I'm pretty sure it's another open team. Almost certain that this is another open team. They're not IM. Pretty sure they're not a pug. So yeah, these are 2, I guess, they'd be playoff contender open teams, basically. Or not playoff contender, I'm like 100% sure that both these guys will make playoffs, so this is higher open, I guess. The others I am? Really? Okay, so red, that shows how unacquainted I am with teams this season so far. Red is a lower IM team then, I guess. What's their team name? You know it, Mangachu? Foster Donut Man team.
Control point is being captured.
I could look it up on ESEA, but then I'd have to tab out and all that stuff. Anyways, jumping back into the cast, we had some action that went on, and I saw an Uber exchange, which Blue lost pretty drastically. They're now stickied inside their forward spawn. They can't get out of there. They have to back spawn here, I'm pretty sure. And they all back spawn. It's just too... I mean, even if they'd busted out by sacrificing a soldier and then following him behind, it would not have been worth it. Because they didn't have the numbers there to guarantee that they'd win that fight, or even have a decent chance of winning that fight. With the heavy coming out for brackets, they need to do something to counteract their Uber disadvantage. The heavy is the option. So far, we've seen some successful pushes, some failed pushes coming out of red onto this last point here. They're probably just going to take the single soldier Uber and see what they can do. I would have preferred for them to use right side here, because look, it's so hard to cross low ground then high ground. They managed to kill the medic, but that's not enough to guarantee that they're going to win this push. 3 frags is, though, so that should be... Well, I was going to say that should be it, but a couple of quick frags following from Maniac manages to even things out. We have a chance for Huli to come clutch it, but no, he surfed for a bit too far and manages to drop. New map, thugz. Thank you. Interestingly, there's a new map pug going on right now, and all these guys are scrimming instead of playing in it. Alright, so roll, it's the next mid. Both teams still running cookie cutter. Sometimes you see different mids on this map, like snipers and heavies coming out. I don't like it too much. Huge aggressive soldier jump, double rocket jump from Afro bombing onto the combo. He doesn't manage to get too much work done. Looks like he damages Quest with a rocket, but can't finish him. And with Clan trying to follow that jump up and getting piped to death, that's going to be a mid-win for Brackets here. Pizza Man running away alone. This is a situation, if Brackets plays their cards right, they can get onto last before Uber is up for Pizza Man. They should be aware of this, so the correct play here is they take lobby, they need to take lobby while they're scout caps, and then they need to Uber onto last, like almost as soon as they get it. See, they've seen that combo top left, so that they know where they are, and oh, they get forced. I think that was the demo that forced them there, but I think they can still roll this through to last, at least get a force while the enemy demo man is down. 7 trying to make the bomb and make a play, but can't connect enough rockets to make it happen. Foster getting aggressive as well, and taken out by Huli, and now we're kind of settling down. It's basically I would expect for red to push here. They have the charge, and we see Brackets gathered up in top lobby, so it's pretty easy to get this charge to do a bunch of damage. They come in from the lower ground. I don't like that too much, but Donut Man and Afro, big plays jumping up on the right side to take out the medic and the pocket. So, really good situation. That was a good use of Uber, good use of their flank coming in aggressively as well. And now that they should be able to take this 4 point, and indeed with a wipe, they should be able to take this forward to mid. I wouldn't have minded to see them stack it a bit more because some forward spawns are coming out. Donut Man dropping some stickies down onto Quest, but he can't connect, so there's no damage. But oh, he's gonna chase. I don't like this play. This is risky because if that scout had been right at Big Door, which is possible given his spawn timing, he could have died as soon as he jumped there if the scout was right on the corner. So I feel that was kind of an unnecessary risk, but he doesn't get punished for it, so it's okay. Now, Brackets aware of this Uber disadvantage that they now find themselves in as a result of basically aggressively positioning themselves on last and then getting caught. When you have that Uber disadvantage, you really need to back up a lot further to be safe. So they're holding up top. This is a good decision in this case, but Quest getting caught with the rockets. Oh my god. Okay, when you hold top, you stand here as medic. You stand right here. You don't stand here. Here, you can get away from everything. Here, you die. So that's the difference. That's the difference. And that's the reason that they lost this round. He should have easily been able to live there if he had been in the correct position, but he wasn't, so he died. I actually didn't even think, like, when he was standing up that far up top that he would be in danger, because I was like, okay, he's just gonna back up as soon as the push is called, but then he just stayed there. So that's unfortunate for them. They should not have lost their medic to that Uber. They should have gotten the force and then backed up, maybe losing a couple players. So rolling out next mid, we have both teams playing, you know, pretty conservative, taking their own sides. First frags advantage to Brackets, and they're probably just going to be able to clean up things here. Bank is trying to kill Quest. He has, oh my god, if he had connected that shot even from that range, he would have killed him, but looks like the pillar, good use of the pillar from Quest managed to keep him alive there. And now, yeah, they're swooping forward on the 4. Again, they could edge in lobby here just to make sure there's nothing hiding. 7's already hiding to like try to get a quick frag on the bottom. But yeah, they're just gonna walk forward. They're gonna Uber whoever. It's soldier, scout, doesn't matter, and that's gonna be the end of the round. I think looks like double scout Uber is the play. They have to pop on the door. Good job. And they dead on nothing, so that helps. They really should have focused the heavy there rather than the people backing into spawn, because they were backing into spawn already, but still their position is good enough that they can win this. Soldier bombs in, he puts a rocket on the medic, doesn't manage to kill him. 4v4, now the position too good from brackets, they managed to win it, so that's basically, you know, another way to take last with your advantage rather than just having your pocket take it, is the scout moves in because you can close the distance so easily. And I mean, you can't get away from a scout over. You're invariably going to take a lot of damage from it. You don't expect it to kill the medic, but you just kill like one or maybe 2 people standing outside, and you force the rest back into spawn. Your heavies running the doors for free. And a nice rocket fade away from Taco Time that managed to take a clan there, and that's going to be the end of mid for red. Still kind of in, probably because brackets was playing so passive, but with a numbers disadvantage like that, you really can't afford to stay in. Can you? Oh, sorry. View models, I assume you were talking about. I just had them off because I'm like so used to specking without it. But yeah, I'll leave view models on now. And then for people that don't know offhand what classes I'm clicking around to, won't get as dizzy, hopefully. Okay, so meanwhile, Hooli manages to get a few frags. Ooh, crits out of Quest. I like this kind of switch here, because they were spawning same time medics, or similar timing of medics, so that the advantage is only the 8 seconds that gets afforded to you by having a crits. Crits is actually really good on this last if you take it top left, or like either middle left. I'll just look at the doors. Here, through here with crits, or through here with crits. They're both, because you can like hit good stickies from this area. But Hooli goes down. That's really bad. And now with them getting pushed back like this, I think they should keep this and not use it right now, because they lost their advantage when they got separated. And the pop coming out from Pizza Man, I feel like that was a bit early because they knew the demo was down, so it's not like it was possible for them to take spike damage on that door. There's no reason to pop so early. And now they're in danger of being crit back on. They don't necessarily know that crits is what they're facing yet. But Quest, why did you run out there? You could have just stayed behind the corner. And what's the command in console to bind a key to draw the mute model? It would be like bind A. You wouldn't want to bind A. Bind P. Or draw view model 0. I'll copy that to my stream chat. Or 1. 1 would turn it on, 0 would turn it off. I think if you just bind to our draw view model, I'll just do that for now. Okay, it doesn't toggle. Yeah, you have to bind 1 to 0 and 1 to 1. There's a way you can do with aliases to toggle it. But yeah, view model fob 0 works as well. Meanwhile, back at the action, looks like a failed attempt to sweep last. Actually, that's a suicide look, because it's the roamer and both scouts that are down, so they did a suicide play and just backed up, which is pretty solid. Oh yeah, Drake Mangrum has got the configs worked out there.
Our control point is being alert. The control point is being contested.
Or toggle. Wow. Yeah, I knew there was something like that, but thank you for pointing it out. I couldn't remember exactly what it was. Alright, so crits gets popped and doesn't manage to find any frags, so a little unfortunate crits. They perhaps thought that the red combo was more forward postured than they were, and now they're at risk of extending into the same position. See, this is pretty okay actually, because Quest is a little bit further back, but they need to be backing up now because they know the Uber can come out. Afro takes a lot of damage though, gets taken out by Hooli. Clan is jumping forward. They need to play this a bit slower with Uber. Naturally you're intimidated by the threat of an Uber, like the blue combo is already backing way up, and Red was chasing them aggressively as if they, you know, needed to catch the frags, but if you want to do that, you have to stay with your medics. You have to go a little bit slower if you want to make the aggressive play there. And the better choice is just play like extremely slow and keep your health way up, and you deal with the people that jump to force you, but their combo is going to be really timid of you, so it's not like you even need to fight them. You just use the threat of the Uber to back them up there. But instead what happened is they chased aggressively, faster than their medic, and then they tried to milk the Uber as well. So it's like you can't have your cake and eat it too, or whatever the expression is, but they screwed it up, suffice to say. And that caused them to drop that round. So nice close scrim here, it's 3-4. Momentum, I would say, is in favor of Brackets after they've won a couple of rounds here. Bank getting big aggressive, he trades with Hulu, that's a good trade. Now looks like shoving right side is going to be the play of choice for Red, but only one soldier there. Donut Man is still back on the ground. Quest goes down though, and Fragging Class is still good for Red, so this mid is theirs. The only play that remains for Blue to do is try to dive the medic. And actually huge damage going down, kills almost everything. Pizza Man needs to get out of this. Run! Get the health! Oh god! You should have picked up the health when you went back. Okay. To some extent, what Red did was the right play there on mid. When you kill the enemy medic, you still have your medic up. You kind of want to just ball around him and, you know, hover in that aura of healing and then win based off of your superior health. But they took a ball a little too literally, and a lot of them... Oh god, pop on! Oh god, no! Okay, so the medic, I mean, I was on his pub the entire time. He saw all 3 heavies come out and he backed up. Don't do that. You just walk forward with the demo, they would have crushed them. They would have crushed them if he just stayed on them, but I mean, they still won, but the demo died. That just makes me sad. They could have won more. And oh, the demo got spawn camped. I'd be so sad. If I was that demo man right now, they need to go back and kill the scouts so they can get their demo back, I think, because they're not gonna win a last push with the demo. I think the scout's gone though, so maybe it's okay. Yeah, he's back at last. Okay, so they're grouping up. They have the full Uber. They're probably just gonna end it here. Just take the Uber in and end it. But they're losing their window. They did kill the enemy medic, so they should have been aware that they had this tight Uber advantage. But, maybe not. I mean, everybody, you know, has stuff like this happen to them sometime. Ooh, nice force coming out from 7 there. It had to... Oh god, no! You the unflash. That unflash. Is he gonna live? This demo nearly had the saddest spree of 3 lives in existence. He was trying to sticky jump into water, but he didn't pay attention to how long he was flashed for, and died as a result. Now he's got nothing loaded because he spent 5 stickies on a sticky trap in lobby that wasn't even useful, so it's a series of unfortunate events for Donut Man and Pizza Man getting caught. They even have a sniper. This is like the ultra fail. This scout can clean this up. Foster has nothing loaded, so he should be an easy kill, and I would have expected there to be a follow-up from Blue, but they lost a bunch of players apparently while I was focusing on the scout fight, and now they're kind of in trouble. Afro being a jerk, blocking the point from up top, trying to style on these nerds, styling successful, manages to pick up Hooli, and now the huge numbers, you might think, oh man, they can sweep last year, but they can't. If they push now, they're gonna lose. Just watch this, their health's too bad, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a successful defense. What? Okay, I lied. Apparently they managed to win, but normally on Gully Wash, like, if you push like that when you have such low health, you just get crushed by their spawns, because their spawns are coming in right away. So, prediction's not perfect today, just push that one under the rug. Maybe I'll like, cut that out of the VOD later. Yeah, Marxist. The response to the point by the defenders was really unorganized. I agree, that's why they lost. It's not because I'm bad at predicting, it's because they didn't play it right. They had their spawns coming right away, so they could have. I think they could have just like blocked that from high ground. Who's Team USA? They're red. New map thugs is USA? It's all my fault. I know. I know. I'm sorry. Okay, so I don't know what's going on now. Seymour's playing this. And Tooth's playing that, wow. I thought the USA lost in the Nations Cup, but I could be wrong. It could have been Canada that lost, or they could have lost on the Highlander one. Is this LAN? Yes. Look at the pings. It's totally LAN. I see. Are you Pet, by the way? That K-Die alias makes me think you're Pet. I mean, you're Cade right there. There, you know, man. You know. Cables are a little afraid. Well put. Are you guys gonna play another? Dude. I was in their mumble their entire time, and I never went to their comms. What was I thinking? I even set up a bind so I could go to their comms. Oh well. I actually did play Warsaw, like a few years ago. But, I was really bad at it. Like, I'm terrible at Quake, and I was worse at Warsaw. Scouts restarting. Oh, I can turn on their. I'll turn on their comms now. All right, team interview. How do you feel about that scrim? Am I in their channel?
Novice, that's your cue.
Awesome.
I don't know.
I feel like it got. Our team got a little split sometimes. Like we had 3 people forward and 3 people trying to defend. It was a little bit messy.
Yeah, I felt like you guys played really strong, and I think you even won the majority of the mids. But sometimes you'd get caught by their Ubers, and it was like, oh no.
Yeah, I think we lost way too many people during Uber pushes. Like they'd push into us, and we'd just wipe. Like no one really knew how to get out.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just out of position, and you needed to just keep track of the Uber better.
Yeah, like if you, where you were holding was fine if you were even Ubers most of the time, but like a couple times you got caught because they had Uber, and like if you had just been like 10 feet further away, you would have been fine. But it was a good game. Are you guys gonna play again? Should I just chill and cast for round 2?
Sure.
Cool.
We're gonna be using ringers though, so well, Titan's a ringer, and Sunny was getting bad lag, so hopefully this will be as good.
Awesome.
Hi, stream. Hi, Titan.
Hi.
How you doing?
I just found out In-N-Out has only 2 burgers. According to...
In-N-Out?
Yeah.
Has what?
Has 2 different kind of burgers you can get. Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave this mumble chat on for a bit.
What's happening at mid? I think, like, I remember the last mid, they had scouts rushing, and I tried to jump them.
Actually, I can't remember the mids clearly enough, but it felt to me like you guys were winning because the other team would like either get too aggressive with their soldiers or they would ball up too much. So I think you won most of the mids.
Yeah, the last mid we had, they balled up on a elbow.
Yeah,
and we just like spammed
I saw
around.
some rockets that did like 200 damage each, and I was like, oh god.
I remember that. I think I was at like 30 health, and I was like, I'll just keep spamming because it's too good of an opportunity, even if I die.
Yeah.
Are we live on your stream right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna AFK for like a few minutes till this next one starts. I'll leave your comms
Okay.
on stream so you can talk trash about me.
Sounds good.
Who is the maniac?
Playing
He
killing
went
floor.
to...
He's
yeah.
not. He's not dedicated enough. You see.
So Titan, I think Sunny plays the scout on flank a lot more, and so I guess if you could play the one combo.
Okay. Am I the aggro one?
I think, I don't know how our scouts play well enough. I think like Maniac's the passive one, Sunny's the aggro one, but when it comes down to Ubering scouts, I think we usually Uber Maniac in. I don't know if that's true.
It's usually just whoever's available.
You know, the whole Ubering and scouts is only good if they're playing really close. Then it's easy meat shots. But if they're playing far, I don't think that's such a good idea.
I think it also depends on what they're running though. I mean, like if they have a heavy, I don't know, I always find it more useful to Uber a scout into a heavy than a soldier, because you just get denied really easily.
Oh, yeah.
You take
Unless
like
you
one...
walk into them.
Yeah, but then you gotta like cover so much distance and the fall-off damage on your rockets is like... painful. Or better yet, we could Uber you, and then you could just like... lob stickies.
Stickies!
Generally, you want the demo to be behind whoever's being Ubered. You could just do damage from afar and not need Uber. Where's Sunny?
Reboot.
Why is Maniac killing floor? What a noob.
He had a sudden urge.
Oh, I thought he actually had to go.
You thought I was kidding when I said he's playing killing floor?
I'll be right back.
I didn't hear you say that.
Oh.
If you need a ringer, I'll play.
We have Titan ringing right now. Hopefully Sunny will be back soon and we can get started.
Triple ringer.
What do you mean triple ringer?
Sigma rings. It's 3 ringers. Basically plugging.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, but-
philosophical question. At what point does your team become a pug? Is it 3 ringers? Is it 4?
2.
2?
Maybe 3. Maybe 4.
I think 3 is reasonable.
Yeah,
I'd
me
say 3.
It's like half your team.
Yo, Sunny lied to me. He said it doesn't take 15 minutes to reboot, but it really does.
Eventually I will be casting again once this starts up, but I guess we're just waiting for people to reconnect in the meantime. What's going on here? Hugging away.
Hey, Seven.
Yeah?
You know the see-through grate you discovered yesterday?
Yes.
Do you think explosions can penetrate?
They can.
You sure about that?
I am well, rockets can go up it. Nothing can go down, I guess. Welcome back.
They call the rising sun. The ruin of many are, oh boy. And God, I know I'm one.
That's interesting.
Sunny coming back.
The point doesn't
Should
draw
be.
when
Your
you play
guess is as good as mine.
Skybox. It's all a hazard. Whatever bordering.
Do I need to read Game of Thrones?
Alright, time to find some
No.
ducks. One duck. He's on this side, I think. Two ducks. None in there. Three ducks. Four.
Is Sunny online?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
7. There's one up top here. Yeah, 8. Eight ducks found. Should be another few more at the 2. Maybe one behind the spawn. Yeah, we have no draw textures messing with me. Okay, 8 ducks. Looking for duck number 9. Let's check the red too. Nope. I think there's one behind here. No? Shoot. Where's duck 9? I have been added. I accept you. I should at least be able to find a 9th duck.
Have any of you messaged Sunny recently?
No, I'm assuming that he's logging in.
Yeah, I'm messaging him right now.
I can't find the 9th duck, guys.
He didn't respond yet.
I just messaged him
I think
too.
we've waited long enough. I think we should get our segment to play, and when he comes back or whatever.
We'd have 3 mirrors then.
Yeah,
That's fine.
but
He says hold on.
who says hold on?
Sunny?
Sunny. He says Mumble is being weird.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought that was a
Did you
duck.
specify?
No.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like in here? Because there's one up this one. I already counted that one. Let's look. Water. I don't see it.
And God, I know.
Okay, let's think. Maybe in one of the elbows. I don't think there was. Only got 8 ducks, man. And like 3 of them were in a set. Like I already counted the duck on this side. So I found 5 ducks on the map. And then,
Oh, hello.
well, I don't
Hi,
know if
Sonny.
this duck is actually on the map or not, but I did find it before.
You're not
doesn't work.
invaded.
Oh, I had it on mute, sorry.
Baby, don't
Okay,
fear
whenever
the
you can
dark.
start, we can start.
Oh,
I was
maybe
saying sorry for the
I
wait.
haven't looked up here
No
yet.
problem.
It's only a glove. I wonder if you can stand on this light. I'll try that later. There's no clipping on this side, so probably not. Probably no clipping on that light. I should have like gone and cast at the new map pug or something. But I'm gonna stick with it now.
Wow, Novice, that was really weird.
Same time, dang.
Oh my god. I just pressed it randomly. Oh man, that's really weird.
It's team chemistry
Yeah, I can't teach that.
101.
Wow, that was really weird. Oh man.
Yes! Duck 9.
Oh. Here comes Sunny.
We did it, guys. We did it. We found 9 ducks. And look on the other side of the map. At that position and see if there's a 10th
I've been
duck.
missing one,
No, he's in spectator.
I feel like there should be a 10th
but
duck
I'm missing.
somewhere.
Hey Novice,
He's
if
on
I
our
go to
team.
the LAN, are you gonna
Oh.
go to the LAN?
It's a 12-hour drive. I don't know.
It's 6 if you split it with Hui.
What?
Wait, how is it only a 12-hour drive? It's like a 3-hour
Oh,
drive
really?
from Austin.
3-hour drive from Boston.
Austin.
Oh no.
Oh.
The other one. The one that's in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, Michigan.
Apparently Zephyr lives in Toronto, or not Toronto, Ontario, so I might be going with him. If he's going.
Who from Ontario?
Zephyr?
Oh, okay.
Alright, there's 12 in the server. We're almost ready to cast. I'm actually gonna mute Mumble for a bit. Well, my voice is already feeling that after casting one scrim. I guess I was talking too loud. But we are soon to play the second part of the scrim. Of brackets plus 2 ringers versus thugz. Coming up at 11. Hopefully not at 11. Because that would be a long time in the future, even if I wasn't in this time zone. Which 11 would be 3 hours from now. It's just my news reporter impression. Yeah! Ready up! GLHF!
5, 4,
Yes!
3, 2.
Shout out to Sigma's rockets. Are you making fun of my rockets? Are you saying I have good rockets? Because both of those are legit. Is casting. Change name back. I think the... Alright, so mid. We see the first frags coming... Well, I mean, we didn't see the first frags because it was tagged in the Steam community, but we see that Brackets loses. They managed to get pretty low health on a lot of red players, but... Oh man, this is so risky from the demo. Oh my god. I really would not have jumped there. I would have charged stickies and just thrown them. I mean, like, there's plenty of points at which he could have decided to turn back. They wanted to chase, but oh, and he had like 97, and he goes down. So that's kind of the danger of going top rather than just backing up lower. Is like you can get caught like that top. You can't get caught like that lower. Maybe your position is a little bit worse, but I think generally defaulting to the lower is safer. I mean, now we just have the super rampaging through last. Should be enough said. Haha, LOL. So he was 99%, so that's rough for him, but I mean, like I said, backing that way is more dangerous than backing to lower. It's maybe just a little greedy for having the high ground. Right, checking out Afro this mid, he's delaying and then jumping, trying to... Nice, actually, really nice coordination between the scouts and the soldiers there. They put pressure on the enemy scouts, and then they had the soldier jump follow-up, so the scouts couldn't deny them. So I like what they did on that mid. Quest does stay alive, so they're gonna have Uber for last, especially since he's with Huli this entire time. That makes a big difference. But Afro is trying to make a play. He gets a couple of good rockets, but most of the damage is going... Actually, all of the damage went on to the demo man there, so nothing on the medic. So, attempted play. They're gonna roll this. I don't like this decision because it's not like Pizza Man where Quest was at any point away from somebody. So their building was optimal. They're trying to maybe catch them not building, but I think pushing that while a soldier down is maybe doomed to fail. But then again, Skilly last, you're almost doomed to fail. The reverse Uber, even if you wait for your soldiers. So in a sense, what they're doing makes sense, but Donaman now getting caught out. And Afro trying to make a play when there's no play to be had. I feel like I don't like the decision to Uber there because the chances of a counter being present were really high. And then after that, I don't like how their team played, and I still don't like how their team is playing. They keep showing doors and they're bleeding people. Like, Clan is not going to be up for this fight at 2. The people that died at mid are not going to be up for their fight, or the people that died at 4 are not going to be up for their fight at mid. And see, they're still staying. Why? What's so important about staying right next to these chokes that's worth losing all these points for? I don't know what they're expecting here. They're like, they constantly got caught out of position 3 times in a row, and we're just seeing the punishment getting laid down for that. Now, this is Gully, and the 2 cap's not done yet, so this is a little risky. There's going to be a lot of spawns coming in. If I was the blue medic, I would be playing a little bit further back, but they are able to get it in time, so The spawn's just a bit too slow to put up a defense on that point. But Red has nobody to blame but themselves for losing that round because they got caught out of position 3 times in a row and bled players like absolutely crazy. Now, stepping on to the next mid, we have Donut Man going lower, Hooli going upper. Hooli gets rushed by a scout in conjunction with the demo and goes down. Not sure what his scouts were doing, but apparently caught sleeping against the enemy scouts. So that should be, well, that would normally be a pretty big advantage. Oh, I mixed up the teams in my mind. Yeah, it's a big enough advantage for Red to just push forward and take the mid pretty convincingly. They moved forward to yard a bit early. I think that was perhaps a bit risky, but I mean they did see, like, they did check corner and managed to get through after having seen that Blue was so far back. Blue doesn't get the Uber in time to go Uber and stop this point. Not that I like Ubering to stop this point that much anyways, because of the area around point is really easy to kite with, so it's really dangerous if you Uber at the lower door. Sunny gets caught, maybe trying to make a play, but that's, oh, actually he forced the Uber, so that's pretty good. But I feel like doing something like that in this timing is weird, because, I mean, both teams had Uber. They're, like, you could get that pop and then Red could back up anyways, or you could not get that pop and, you know, have your team be 1 down, make an easy push on the last. In any case, in the intermediate action, another counter-suicide forces out the Blue Uber, but enough frags coming from Blue that they're able to push forward. They kill the medic, but this is now danger zone. They need to keep their medic, and he dies as I say that they need to keep him alive. Because they had inferior numbers of fragging classes, but having the medic with you means time's on your side. You just need to make time come into play enough for you to be able to win the fight, for that medic to make enough of a difference. Things now resetting. Both medics spawn at the same time. Looks like Pizza Man not with somebody immediately. But that shouldn't come into play, because Blue, logically, has no way of knowing that Pizza Man was alone on spawn. Unless they haven't muted my stream, in which case, now they know. But yeah, now it's just an even standoff. We have a suicide coming in from Afro trying to make something happen. That would be an attempt on the medic, but he didn't manage to get any damage in. It's a tough place to attempt. Bank's going heavy, which points to me that they may just push when they get Uber, because heavy follow-ups to Uber can be enough to break Gully last. Generally, you can't win Uber versus Uber, but having heavy... Okay, they go sniper heavy, which means they're going to wait for 1 pick from the sniper to initiate the push, and then they're going to go in, and then fall back on the heavy, or possibly send the heavy water. That's basically going to be the play. So I'm going to watch Afro, because he's going to be initiating everything here, whether or not he can get a headshot or whether he can die to spam. Had a nice scope up on the demo, but isn't able to take the shot as he blocks behind the pillar. And now we're just a little bit of exchange. Soldier trying to peek him, but he won't peek anymore now that he's scoped up. Just watching the dot go back and forth. Another buff on Afro here, just waiting for a pick to happen. Oh, crap, okay. Medic lesson 101. Stand here against a sniper to make the angle more harsh. Standing here is dangerous. Okay, anyways, Donut Man goes down, that's the demo, so that's going to trigger this push. Taco Time takes a lot of damage, which might entice them to just fall back here. Actually, Quest gets caught and misses the flash, and his team doesn't know what's going on and they back up. I'm just gonna unmute for a sec so we can see the comms of their failed push.
He's not early! Ah!
Oh,
He's down.
oh, there's the small packs. I forgot about those. Oh.
Point of point.
Soldier 660.
Bed down. They took a rocket.
Sniper left.
He's almost upper right.
Nothing I could do.
Last one, Sunny.
No.
That's my fault. I thought Novice said he was in, so I jumped in after
I said I was hit.
Yeah,
There
that's
was a
my fault.
sniper.
Alright, so I mute Mumble again. Basically what happened there was they got cut. They get kit. Oh, Taco Time is Novice. I feel dumb now. I've been calling him Taco Time the entire time. What is this in response to my chat? I'm casting scrims because I was just doing jump maps and people said, hey, go cast a scrim, and I was like, sure. So now, yeah, we're casting. I missed all the action on mid because I was looking at my other monitor. But it's another mid going down from new map thugs here. They're playing a lot. Well, maybe it's the ringers that come in or something, but I think they're playing better in this next half. Donut Man gets a lot of damage on him from the scout. He really needs support from his team, but his team nowhere to be found. Where's Foster? I think he's a spawn. No, he's here. He's here now, at least. But man, Pizza Man trying to live the dream. Dream status, not live. In the meantime, Quest went down. I assume that was to Foster, but perhaps not good enough balling from new map thugs, causing them to lose their demo man there. They should have been a little bit more passive and let the spam come into play. Would have been a safer way to take that. But now, interesting fight that's going to come up on mid here. Position is held by blue, but the numbers are in red's advantage. So that's just going to equalize out. It's a slight uber advantage for blue, and both medics were healing on spawns, so they should be aware of this advantage, but it's a very small advantage, and I don't think they've been building optimally. So if I was them, I would not push on it. I would just hold, because it's really, really easy to kite away. Even from this position, chances are that the red combo could escape an Uber that came through choke. So maybe if they had built optimally, they could have gone on that, but now it would be a bad idea. Please don't go. That was actually a really dangerous peek for a pocket, because if the demo man had been there supporting spam, it would have made work happen. But actually, 7 managed to get in, so maybe it was a distraction the entire time. That must have been a jump through drop down that forces the Uber. Now, if they wait a little bit to get closer to 7 spawn before they commit, this will be a really good situation for them. Unfortunately, losing Titan on the flank is going to stall this push out, and actually they're kind of getting caught in a bad spot. Medic not able to get through back to the drop down. Novice takes out Clan, so that's one step in the right direction, but now they get forced way back. I hate it when you get caught as a medic, or when I see medics get caught playing passive because they don't want to get forced in situations where if they played aggressive, if their combo had been aggressively holding choke there, then even if they did get forced, it would have been a great Uber because they would have already been right next to the enemy team. So it's a little bit of a oh my god, that flank. See, it's a mistake to back up in that situation because the one card they had to play was an Uber, and if you stay like super close, then you guarantee that that card is played well. But if you stay back, perhaps you increase the chances of being able to hold your Uber and then having a good Uber later, but you're at risk of what just happened to them happening, where you get forced way back at the doors and you're not able to have an effective Uber. So that happens and people get rolled back. Okay, what do you guys think? Should I go play that pug, or should I keep casting this scrim? Who's on there? Okay, is that map worth playing? I'll ask Cade. Now, oh, this was Uber advantage push, but looks like Quez almost able to get it. I'm not sure if they delayed too long on this, or what the deal is, but now the Uber coming in from blue, and Pizza Man, he committed to point. How is he not dead yet? Where is he? He somehow lived and got out main, I guess. That's pretty crazy. I should have been watching his pop, I guess, because as soon as he dropped down to point and I saw the Uber, I thought he was dead for sure. So nice job from him, managing to back up. And now we are with Brackets retaking their 2. New map thugs gets a bunch of spawns at mid. It's possible that they're gonna push on this, that is Brackets is going to push on this, because Clan was down, but the demo's putting a lot of spam, which is going to make moving through harder. Now they're going to move. Novice doing a lot of work, but a scout hiding in elbow is able to do work back onto him, the flank not able to move forward and pressure that situation. So I think they pushed, which I can appreciate, but they did it a little bit too late. Oh, blind pop, don't do that shit. They should have called this, because now their Uber is catastrophically bad. Although they're kind of, it's a meandering Uber to blue as well. So 2 fail Ubers for both teams neutralizes things out and lets the fight go back to fragging. Blue should have walked forward with their team against that kind of fail Uber that they saw, but what they did was their demo backed up, and he needed a flash badly to survive that, so he should have stayed closer to the medic so he could have taken that flash earlier. They could have killed that soldier and then moved forward, but instead they kind of got caught in Nowheresville, and they didn't manage to get forward effectively, and they didn't manage to save their demo, so their Uber did nothing. After the red Uber did nothing because they popped it way too early with no pressure and choke whatsoever. But things pretty much even out. The frags tilted a bit into Red's favor because they did get that demo kill after the Uber. So Blue loses a point and is set up on their last. They're going to get this charge before the red charge comes in, but they weren't building it at all, so they're now at a point of risk, and actually, oh my gosh, Quest getting caught by the first rocket from the roamer while he wasn't looking when the jump came in. It's a heartbreaker. He would have had charge, so he could have saved himself there if they had built optimally, but he didn't because they didn't, and then he also had poor movement against those that roamer bit, and now they are at risk of losing the round, although we need a rocket to hit Hooli for that to happen, and no, Sunny instead coming in with the cleanup. But no, Soldier, he's jumping point, he's so close, and oh man, nice jump from Afro to finish the round. Excuse me while I take a drink. I'll turn the comms back on. Let my voice recover for a minute.
Play.
Okay.
They've been going big doors and jumping left side.
Gonna go their side then.
Scout took 60.
Yeah, they're jumping our side.
Scout.
Scout. Oh wow.
Jumping
I
their
got
demo.
Soldier with the white hat.
I'm still in low ground. I'll just lead on.
Demo's lit. I'm
Jump
down.
back up.
Demo's
Soldier
lit.
low on the
Soldier
right.
down.
Soldier down.
We're 4 on 4.
Down.
I'm dead.
3 on 4. 2 on 4.
2 and
Are
3.
you gonna go in?
2 on
I'm
3.
ready.
Okay, come
Nice,
on.
nice.
He's your last one.
Sunny's coming though.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get there in time.
Yeah, Sunny's
Scout,
got 2.
take a pill. He picked up the pack.
Oh,
That was.
Okay, jumping back to me. Actually, I wasn't even watching that mid, so I have nothing to say. But the late medic death from Pizza Man could open a window of opportunity for Blue to make this push happen. Basically, they need to wait for the Uber, and they need to get the Uber on them right away. After having said that, I realize that this push is probably an awful idea, and they shouldn't do it, because they don't really have enough time to clear choke safely with their intimidation factor, and then also get all over to the red side. And the correct place for red to hold here is actually right here, because if they pop through choke, it's possible that Pizza Man will die before they get Uber. So let's see. Are they gonna pop? No, they're not positioned to do it. They're not positioned to do it fast enough. Oh, or are they? Here they come. He has to pop through this. He has to pop through this. You see the stickies. Okay, there's the pop. Pizza Man, 93. He's kiting away. What? I guess not. He managed to get back to his side. So everything I said was, inaccurate. But holding that close to choke is very risky against this kind of situation. Clan trying to elaborate on his opponents, but oh man, I think this is too aggressive. He might get this demo, but this is like one sticky from his team getting like run over. I feel like it would have been better to just clean mid up and then come back. So over eager, I feel, from red there, but it worked. In both situations, actually, the close hold worked because Pizza Man was able to barely kite enough to get the Uber in time, and then the over-aggression worked, and that's possibly a fault of Blue for, well, A, not hitting the sticks, B, not having a second person. Afro manages the body shot Quest. They had Uber advantage anyways, so I'm not 100% on using the sniper here, and I'm less certain about trying to milk after you already dropped the enemy medic. So now this push is actually going to fail. They've lost too many people, and Pizza Man should just make sure that he does not die here, but he is not doing that, and instead he's going to die. So 2 goes back to brackets as a result of essentially
The control point is being contested.
a milk when he didn't need to milk coming from the red medic, and then overcommitting to a push that was hopeless for like 10 seconds beforehand. Afro trying to make a lucky peek, doesn't manage to do it, instead dies to Hooli. Foster is hiding in forward, so he's going to be the one to make a play, and basically the rest of Red should just give mid. Coming out of this forward spawn, the best opportunity you have to make a play is when you're already moving towards the enemy yard, so basically he should wait in there. Oh no, I guess he back spawned because he's out now. But yeah, there you go. So, big mistakes coming from Red, and the capitalization from Brackets as a result. Yo, god, that was close to drop, but he had to pop there. That soldier, if he had hit a direct, he could have killed the medic. And I was talking too loudly, so I couldn't hear how well the jump was audible from his side of things. But now Red getting mobbed up. I mean, they got the force, and they actually managed to drop Quest at the end of the Uber. And there's no cap time from Blue, so this is actually not nearly as bad for Red as I thought. They managed to come back in with the Uber to stop it, but they're getting into a little bit of a dangerous spot. Oh, well, with that frag, they're okay. But I feel like there is still some risk of them being collapsed by the superior numbers of frag classes, but it looks like Blue not all on the same page. Some of them coming from spawn still, so they're not able to dive in and do the work that was necessary to win that there. But yeah, basically, if they had got cap time, like during the push, rather than chasing everywhere with their scouts, then that could have been really effective, because they could have just like got the cap, forced the Uber with their frag classes, and then come back in while Red was capping. Because they didn't get the cap, they couldn't make that play, and instead we were subjected to Red being able to push back. Full Uber advantage. Maybe like at this point, I feel less and less like they need to make a play to force. I think they can just get this Uber at last, but they are going to send their roamer. They're going to send both soldiers. This is crazy. I think one of you is a pocket and should stay with your medic. Like, forcing the Uber is all well and good, but if you're not building the Uber with your medic, then what are you doing? What are you doing? Everybody's dying. They need to get this Uber. They need to get, like, at least 6 seconds. They need 6 seconds to get it. But are they going to get it? Nice scout defense from Sunny there, but they're not quite going to get it. Why? Why did you jump away? You should have left the pocket with the medic. You would have been fine, but you didn't. And you died. A horrible death and round loss as a result. So, a little rough around the edges there from both teams, really. Making mistakes that seesawed the round back and forth. Heartbreaker round, as we like to say. And now, the mid, really good health from Blue here. They're able to swing up to their side, no pressure really on Hooli, so he was able to just dish damage out to his heart's content. And that's going to be the end of mid for Red. Trying to give the last few parting stickies, but they're quickly shoved out of there by Hooli. Looks like the chase is coming on. Already, that was Novice diving in on the medic. Hooli's there as a follow-up. He manages to take out the medic and the scout, so nice chase action going on there. And now the options are open for Blue. They can take this Uber in before the Red medic has spawned to buff people, so the damage is pretty severe. I think that would be the best play here. They could also just wait for Novice and take it 6v with no Uber. Either of these is an option, and I think I'm lagging because people are sliding around now, but they're gonna wait for Novice. He's heavy. They should just go and then have him follow up. They should go now before there's too much time to pop. Here comes the pop. The pop-a-lop-a-lop. And maybe a few too many rocket jumps. I guess the 7 must have gotten blasted back there. They take out the heavy. No, that wasn't a crit buff on Novice. The follow-up not as strong as it could be, but he does soak up a lot of damage. And the scout, Demo, coordination on point, managing to get the cap. Almost down Quest, coming in with Ubersaw, and there goes the cap. So that was nice. Scout coming out from the water, while Hooli was sticking the point from the front. I think they were actually losing that push, but because they forced them to point with those sticks and that scout there, they were able to turn things around at the end there. So I feel like the execution was not ideal on that, but it was still good enough to win with that play at the end there. Quest slamming immediately. If I was him, I would have waited actually and gone to heal a scout. I mean, I didn't know that bank was in there, but I would have waited on the ground and healed a scout. Because it's fine if you stay on ground as medic on this mid, as long as you as long as you're able to keep healing relatively effectively, and healing your scouts is about as effective as you can be. Only play now remaining for brackets is to make a dive on the enemy medic, and Red should be aware of this, but it looks like they managed to zone everybody out of the point, so they're able to keep capping pretty safely. Here comes a soldier, I guess that was stuck in trying to get away, but Foster says, nope, I'm gonna kill you. The soldier goes down, and now Brackets here is going to try to spam to block 2, slow it down for a bit, maybe suicide one more player to try to get the enemy medic dead, but I wouldn't mind seeing some spam. Actually, no, this looked like he was almost in position to jump there. There's the pop. Oh no, no, Quest, not again. You don't get caught by the Uber. I think that could be a result of bad comms, actually. The Uber's coming from Big Door. You need to get out. But that's the second time he's died in these scrims to that straight up jump. You have to stand here, like, don't go here. Go here. So that you can back up. Like, if a soldier jumps from this angle, you can surf it if you're here, or you can just run straight back and like make it so impossible for him to get a second rocket. But if you're up this far, like, your pocket can do reasonable spam from here. He doesn't need to go this far. And that's basically what was causing him to suffer the loss there, is that bit of mispositioning. Since I was busy ranting about medic positioning at 2, I missed what happened in the last put that caused Red to fail, but they're not able to get it. Man trying to put some token spam out into 2, but with that soldier moving up, he's no longer in position to really do anything. And small Uber advantage, but I feel this is the kind of advantage they probably won't be all that aware of, given the healing situations, but they're going to push on it immediately anyways. Quest, nice, gets it just in time there, so they maybe should have been a little bit more passive, because there was risk of better building out of Red that could have caught the medic there, but instead they managed to get the Uber. Quest does go down, but that's okay because they pretty much traded him for the entire team. Only Donut Man's still alive. Donut Man probably gonna throw a stick or 2 at mid and then get out of there, but instead gets caught by 7, so nice job from her. Finishing the job on the enemy demo, and that's actually a really big pick because Quest may just be spawning, but they could potentially get through choke before Donut Man is there. Because he's up now, but he's not going to beat a choke for a few seconds, so if they want to be a little risky, I mean, they are pushing against an advantage. They could take yard before Red gets Uber and maybe hold a good position. We have Afro hiding up top. They should check for this. They should check for this. Oh, they didn't check. But it's just Novice that dies, which is decently okay for Blue there. So they can just back up. They can use spam from the soldier demo to buy time for Novice to spawn, and they can reasonably get the super in time for mid. Clan is going to take this charge forward. They're not going to pop through the door, so nice job, but after taking spam pipe, Pizza Man is forced to pop. They trade 7. Trading your roamer for an Uber is pretty good. Counter Uber coming back in from Blue, and not enough cap time for new map thugz to finish the point. I expect them to just scatter here, try to stay alive. Clan jumping forward aggressively, but he can't make anything else happen. Another scout kind of caught out as well. Titan, he could have killed him there. He could have killed him there if he'd ran forward, but maybe not quite man mode enough. And in the meantime, Quest goes down to Afro, who came either through choke or drop down. So nice job there, but Bracket's gonna make a play on 2. I don't feel like this play is gonna work, because the numbers are pretty much even, and without a medic, pushing forward is generally your disadvantage. You don't have the health to clear the chokes. They do get some nice time on it, and they're going to force Clan to jump out quickly to stop it. I kind of feel like that scout that was top, whoever I was expecting before, backed up a bit too early and should have at least kept putting pot shots, if not stepped forward to block the point along with his pocket there, and I feel that that's why they lost that point. They should have been a little bit more confident in their the 4v4 DM. Oh. It's hard to cast alone, man. Your voice goes quickly when you're talking continuously, but this scrim is almost done, and I think when this is... Oh god, don't extend, it's Gully Wash. Oh. Alright, that's it. I can't take it anymore, guys. I'm going to leave. Hopefully you enjoyed my scrim casting. But I'm done. I think I'm gonna go jump around a bit. GG.